Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
We were trying to figure out what we were going to talk about, and I got tired of waiting.
We have no idea.
So, what is a movie idea that you would like to see?
Oh, I want to see the damn Thundercats live action.
Oh, fuck me too.
Yeah,
Not
that'd be cool.
BS anime crap.
Yeah.
I wanted them to remake He-Man and She-Ra and not make it
anime. Campy and stupid.
They did a Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, it was
with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
it was pretty lame.
Yeah, it was a little bit
they've
lame.
redone the cartoons and it's like anime, and that makes me sad.
Oh, really? I hadn't seen that. Everything's shifting to that.
See, in my opinion, the only good anime is the shit that started out as anime.
I don't even like that. I just don't like the look of it.
I don't either. What about you, hon? I don't give a fuck. I don't even watch movies. Fuck all of them.
I don't know.
What the fuck is going on here?
I have no idea.
So, there was a cartoon back in the day.
These dogs, look. She said treat, and all these dogs just go in, like, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know.
They're just spazzing out.
Good Lord.
Okay.
So, there was a cartoon back in the day. It was called Mask.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I guess I remember that.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Huh.
And the people, the agents of Mask had, like, secret identities and shit. And I would love to see that as a live-action series. And I've also thought it would be really, really cool to have a series that was called, like, Seven Deadlies. So it'd be like the seven deadly sins, but only this one guy can see them. These are, obviously they're portrayed by people, and they, like, help him through his normal day. I thought that'd be really cool too.
There's one thing I want to talk about. The all the Marvel movies that we've seen in the last decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
They Marvel and whoever the hell Disney, whoever the hell owns them all now. They've said that they're doing this in phases,
Right?
And we're about to go into, I think it's either phase 3 or phase 4.
Going into phase 4.
And I've seen, like, little snippet previews, and it's like, where are they coming up with these off-the-wall characters they're doing in phase 4? Some of these characters I've never even heard of.
Well, they're probably deep diving into the comics.
Well, I mean, but there's so many other, better.
Well, you know what bothers me is, and this is a real big difference between Marvel and DC with their live action movies. Marvel, I mean, obviously there's a lot of CGI, but if you watch Justice League, 95% of the fucking movie is CGI, and I mean characters and everything. And it's like, man, y'all need to stop that.
Oh, whose?
DC.
Oh, okay.
Suicide Squad wasn't. They only had a few characters that were CGI. But Justice League, I watched that, and it's like, my God, dude. Every single scene had several characters that were CGI. Mm-hmm. Aquaman, to an extent.
I think that
one's more obvious because it's underwater.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was heavy, but I don't think any other way they could have done that one without it.
But and I understand that as we progress with technology, the CGI gets better and better. But man, when I watched Justice League,
I don't think I've watched that.
I mean, it was just so obvious how much of the fight sequences were CGI.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
If you're going to do it, it should be seamless. There shouldn't be like the Guardians of the Galaxy. You don't notice anything about Rocket and
Groot.
Yeah,
Groot. Yeah, I mean it's flawless, and that's the way it should be. You shouldn't like call your attention to it, because it takes you out of the moment. It kind of ruins it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's funny. Have you ever seen the footage of I can't remember which Wolverine movie it was, but there was a bunch of footage going around of big scenes in the Wolverine movie without the CGI included. So, God, some of it was hilarious.
No, I have seen some footage like before all the high horsepower renderings and stuff like that. So like Rocket will be like this badly drawn stick figure and shit like that, and that's pretty good.
That's another thing. Some of the the original 3 Star Wars movies. I would love to see what they could do with the state of technology now, but I don't want some moron to come in and change the whole damn thing up.
Yeah,
just remake it with what they can do now.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
But I know they'd have like Quentin Tarantino directed or something, and it'd be ridiculous. Well, that's what's looking like it's going to happen with the Star Trek movie.
They've gone away from that.
Have they? Thank God.
Because I will start a riot in the streets if he runs. Because what they, having been a huge fan of the Star Trek original series universe, like my whole life, when they did the reboot, I don't think they could have done a better job.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The way they handled the characters, the way they did
the casting,
the way they, they paid homage to the original actors, but not in a like parody sort of way. They were they had the quirks, they had the look, they just did an incredible job. And when you by that time, it'd been an institution. There'd been like hundreds of books, and so that was a big thing to take on, and that could have gone so wrong, and they did so good. I remember, I'll never forget, we watched in the theater the first one probably like 5 or 6 times, because I just could not, just like seeing it was like seeing my childhood heroes come to life, and it was just so cool. And so yeah, if they let him come in and do his thing is fine for what it is. Yeah, but it does not translate into something that beloved.
Well, yeah, Quentin Tarantino is a horror type director.
Yeah, he has a style, he has a type, he has a
and anything other than that, I don't think so. Just like Eli Roth has a very specific niche, and he is fantastic at it.
Right? Yeah. What you do,
but you go outside of that, and it's really going to start skewing the product.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's okay to have your wheelhouse and stay in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, definitely. You don't see Robert Englund going and playing in dramas and shit.
As a leading man.
That, for people who don't know, Robert Englund was the guy who played Freddy Krueger on all of them except like that one where it was so awful.
Oh, that was terrible.
All of the ones that were actual good movies.
Yeah, and the one that sucked was played by that one actor who is so butt fugly. It's unbelievable.
He didn't need a mask.
The guy I'm talking about is the guy that played Rorschach on Watchmen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's just an ugly motherfucker, man.
I did not know he played Freddy.
Yeah, it is not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think of who that was.
No, he's ugly.
Ugly.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him come back and do, Stargate. When the original movie came out, it was good. It was Kurt Russell and James Spader and everything.
Not a whole lot of special effects on it.
No, but it was really good
back then. Yeah.
Well, they had some, but not much.
And I will say this: the series. I like the series. Richard Dean Anderson was good in it.
Yeah, but when they started doing the spin-offs,
it went too far.
Yeah, Atlantis. Okay,
they should have just let it die.
Yeah, some of it. But I would like to see them come back and do a sequel to the movie. Go on, show what's going on from there or something.
So here's a series that I think would be super cool. They'd have to. I don't know. It could be touchy and people could get butt hurt, but I think if done properly, it could be so fucking cool. And it would be called something like Origin of the Gods or something like that, because you always have these stories, these different, pieces of mythology about the origins of the gods, except they never go all the way back. Never. Not any of them. like you, like for example, Zeus. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades' father was Kronos. Kronos's parents were Chaos and something else, but nobody goes back farther.
Well,
than
how would you? I mean, you know.
Well, you'd have to make it up. I mean,
well, I know you'd have to, but I'm talking about like they're such abstracts.
Which gods to do?
Yeah, well, yeah, and like chaos and you know, they're such abstract concepts. It'd be hard to like.
Well, that's why I'm
personify them.
That's why I'm not a television writer.
Okay.
But I think that could be really, really, really cool. You know, but it would. I think it'd be difficult to write, but I think if done properly, it would be a fucking hit. You know, so
that's another thing. What about series that never really got a chance that you would?
There was a series that only had, I think, 2 seasons. It was called the name. I can't believe somebody signed off on this because it's the dumbest shit ever. It's called The Tomorrow People.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
A stupid fucking name.
No.
But the series was great. I loved it.
That's Firefly.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Firefly was really, really good.
I can't believe that ever got canceled.
Oh, I know.
That's crazy.
And they were going to bring it back, but then fucking something happened and they didn't.
Yeah. And there's been some, you know... The A-Team. Oh my God, I remember watching the A-Team when I was a kid religiously. And they actually did a pretty good job with the movie. You know?
I thought so too.
Yeah,
a lot of people hated it though.
Could have went real south.
Yeah, definitely could have gone south.
Yeah.
But especially, I mean, like Murdoch. Oh my God, that dude.
It's crazy to me that guy is British or South African, one of the two. And to watch him speak in an American accent.
Yeah.
And then watch like an interview with him or something.
I hate that.
No.
It's so jarring. You're like, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's like when you see Charlize Theron speaking South African, whatever fucking language.
Or like you've watched Rick on The Walking Dead, and then when
no, I mean,
what?
I don't ever hear anything. I'm just looking.
Yeah, well, her native language is
except for Monster. That scared me.
Yeah, okay, but her native language is whatever South African fucking language it is, and we were watching a thing. Or I guess maybe I was watching a thing. It was a race car thing that she was producing, and she went to South Africa and was talking to this girl's dad, trying to get him to let her come drift in this event, and she's carrying on this conversation in South African, and it's like, oh my God, I see her lips moving, I hear I hear the words, but it doesn't compute what's happening. It's just really weird.
It was like True Blood. There was a lot of people from wherever.
Yeah, like Jason Stackhouse.
New Zealand.
He's New Zealand.
Or Australia.
Yeah.
And that was weird.
Vampire Bill's British. Yeah, that was really weird too.
Yeah, British. Yeah. And then Eric is Norwegian, you know, so then
Swedish.
Yeah.
He's Swedish.
Is he? I thought he was from Norway.
Almost positive he's Swedish.
But yeah, it's just so like you come to think of them as embodying those characters, and then it's like, whoa, that's
another thing. Let me ask y'all about this. Like Wolverine, what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, like embodies that character. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with that character now because he's him.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, is there any other castings in movies that you're just like, yeah, where are they going to go? Where are they going to go from here? Because that guy is him.
Well, that's just like, you know, I didn't think anybody could embody like the Kirk, because I really fell in love with. I got interested in Star Trek through William Shatner's Kirk, but really where I fell in love with the universe was through the books, and so it's easy on paper to really like play up those personality traits and quirks and stuff like that. So I just didn't think anybody could step into that and like sell it and make me completely believe it, that this is just the younger version of the Kirk I love. Chris Pine did it. I can't see anybody else doing it. And you know, I just the casting for that movie was lightning in a bottle.
Well, for me, like, I can't imagine anybody other than Gal Gadot playing Wonder Woman.
Oh, she just
she
nails the shit out of it.
She has that perfect, like, she's so breathtakingly beautiful, but she also has that ferocity too. To me, she's like Lucy Lawless kind of beautiful.
That she doesn't play